is the reverse engineered physique? What the reverse engineered physique is going to mean to you, it's going to be about clarity, it's going to be about drive, it's going to be about emotional content. What is it? How is it going to apply to your day-to-day? Well, simply put, let's talk about clarity first. Clarity is exactly what it sounds like, meaning you're going to wake up every single morning, you're going to know exactly what you got to do, you're going to know exactly where you want to get to, and think of that as the big picture stuff, right? You've got this idea of yourself, idea of what we're going to call your elite self, that ultimately we're going to train you and coach you up to grow into, but there's going to be steps involved, right? And that's where the reverse engineer portion comes in, is that you have this idea of yourself that's like the best, the ultimate version of you. The question is, how do you get there? You know, what steps do you take? What modalities, what strategies are we going to use to get you to that place? Because it's never just one leap, right? You've never heard of somebody who's made $1 million and they're like, yeah, I was broke yesterday, but now my bank account's got $1.2 million in it. It never works like that. Everybody pays their dues. Everybody, you know, goes through the grind. Everybody wakes up and goes through these emotional kind of ups and downs. The people who find the success, the people who ultimately achieve that elite self, have the clarity. They have that big picture in mind every minute, every single day. They're of one mind. There is no plan B, because that plan B takes away from their plan A, right? Drive. You gotta have the drive. I'm gonna teach you how to cultivate that drive. You know, recently I was listening to a podcast that a buddy of mine runs, and they talked about willpower. And a recent study showed that willpower is actually something that we can call malleable, something that you can kind of form and work. But again, there are strategies that we use, things that we put in place, the neuro-linguistic programming, the kinesthetic things that we do with our daily goals, making sure that you're using these modalities that we have within the academy that make you feel like you're moving forward, that physically and mentally and emotionally put you in a place where, like, damn, I'm succeeding today. Like, there's no doubt you're checking off boxes on that list. There's no doubt you're succeeding today. And the last part is that emotional content. Everything we do, you know, we live in a society where emotion is something that we're taught to be sedated, that we're taught to rather subdue that emotion because maybe it's not the status quo, or maybe this is something that shouldn't be done in this place at this time. And ultimately, you know, we are emotional creatures, and we're designed to use these emotions and channel them and put them into whatever we want it to be, right? If your elite self is the best bikini body you've ever seen, and you've got some hurt because you're looking at yourself in the mirror and it's painful and you're crying and you don't know what to do about it, you need to take that energy and put it into that action plan. You have to put it into that clarity. You have to put it into that drive, right? We are designed to fuel on emotion. We're also designed to fuel on intelligence, right? So what we're doing is we're taking this emotional intelligence and this strategic intelligence, i.e. the reverse engineered portion, and we're putting those things together. So if you're sitting there and you're listening to this video, and I apologize if it sounds like I'm going on a rant, but the fact of the matter is you are enough. You have the skills to move forward, but you have to give yourself permission to make that first step. You have to give yourself permission to lift the blinders, open the door, however you want to kind of frame that theater of the mind, that picture. You have to recognize that you were always capable of achieving that elite self. But maybe you just didn't know the steps to get there. And that first step is giving yourself permission to take that journey.